In this video, I am going to teach you how to play factor bowling. You can play this game with a partner or by yourself. You will need this sheet, and you can either put it in a sleeve and use dry erase markers, or you can just write on the paper itself. So bowling is a game in which you get 2 tries to roll a ball down a lane and knock down each of the pins. In math factor bowling, we are going to use math problems to try and knock down the pins. So you're going to need to get 3 dice. You can either get 3 9-sided dice, or you can get 3 of the 6-sided dice. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to just roll the 6-sided dice for right now, and you're going to roll, and the roll of the dice counts as a roll down the lane or down the alley. So we have a 5, a 5, and a 6. And what you're going to do is you're going to use the order of operations, and you have to use all 3 numbers, but you can only use the numbers once. You can use any operation in order to try to get answers that would be able to knock these pins down. So for example, if I did 5 divided by 5 plus 6, then I would get 7. So I'm going to do 5 divided by 5 plus 6 gives me 7. So I would be able to knock down my 7 pin. I might do 5 plus 6 minus 5. So then I have 5 plus 6 is 11, minus 5 is 6. So then I knock down the 6 pin. So then I might do 5 minus 6 minus 5. So that would give me 4. So I'm going to do 5 minus 6 minus 5. But I really want this 6 minus 5 in parentheses, so I will do that first. So I would get 5 minus 1, giving me 4. So I could cross that one off. I could do 6 minus 5 times 5. Now, order of operations would want me to do this first, but since I'm really looking to get a 1 here, I'm going to want to put that in parentheses so that it gives me 1 times 5 is 5. And I can knock down that pin. So you give yourself a few minutes. When you think you've found all that you possibly can get with that roll, you get a second chance to roll the dice and see if you can get the rest of the pins down. So for the sake of time, I'm going to say that's all I can get, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to roll my dice again. And this time I'm just switching colors to show that it was a new roll. So I get a 1, a 2, and a 3. And so now I'm going to use these 3 numbers to try and knock some dice down. So I might do 3 minus 2, which is 1, times 1. 3 minus 2 times 1. And in this case, I can either put parentheses around here to get 1 times 1, or I can do 3 minus 2 is also 1. So however you choose to write that in is fine, as long as you use the order of operations to get that 1. So we can knock down 1. So then I might say 3 so I might do 2 plus 1 times 3. So let's put that here. 2 plus 1 is 3 times 3 is 9. I could do 3 plus 1 is 4. Oops. 3 plus 1 is 4 times 2 is 8. I can do 2 minus 1, which is 1, times 3. So now I've knocked down, sorry, the 8, the 9, the 1, and the 3. And again, I'm going to continue to keep going until I think I've exhausted all of my options. Let's just say this is it and I can't find any other ways to knock down the 2 or the 10. So for this round, I would get the total number of points for that I was able to get pins down. So I would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would score 8 points for this round. If you were playing against someone else, they would be using the same numbers at the same time, and you would put a folder up between you or sit back to back and go that way to see who could get the most points. If you have time, you can play multiple rounds and see who can get the highest score overall. You could do who wins each round and then, see who has the most rounds won. On the file, there are directions written out as well as the video. And if you want, you can also record your scores in a frame like this. So all I did was take these boxes, and that's what these boxes are down here. So I would have just written in 5, 5, and 6, and then 3, 1, and 2, and then you can fill them in this way as well. So whichever way you're more comfortable with. I kind of like this one. It gives me a little bit more room, and typically there's not enough time to play 10 frames of bowling, so you can just keep score with your partner as you go along any way you want, either an overall score or who wins the most rounds. If you have any other questions, feel free to come ask, but that's how you play Factor Bowling.